Hey everybody, Mac Monster back with Marvel Heroes, and we got Spider-Man with the 1.4 release and his changes. And I'm just going to go over the skills that did change here. And we'll start with my usual, right? With the wall crawler. There's a zipline move, which is a movement ability that will go to where your mouse is pointing just about. Do some damage, knock the opponents down, and give you a haste buff for a limited duration. Not a bad movement power. Then you get Spidey Sense, which gives you passive dodge and dodge rating. And how that works is you get the dodge rating that it gives you where it says 155. And then after the total is calculated for your dodge percentage chance, you add the dodge rating percentage also of 9.5. So that's a pretty cool little buff. And you get a chance to evade projectiles, and you do damage when you dodge a melee attack. Kind of a cool passive. Another cool passive is Superior Agility. This improves the swiftness of your attacks and your ability to dodge. So it gives you some movement speed, gives you attack speed, and some tenacity. It also says sneak in a deadly counterattack after you dodge, but it's not listing any of these kind of things that are supposed to happen. So there's a little bit of a bug going on. And then we got web swinging. This is your fly or movement ability. You know, this is to move quicker. Leaping assault hasn't changed much. Works a little better, goes pretty far, and does a pretty decent amount of damage. Not my favorite skill, but you know, some people like it, and you'll still like it. Infuriating humor is still around. This works a little differently. It has a passive effect of increasing the damage you do to targets attacking you. If you activate it, you weaken all the enemies around you that do less damage, and you taunt them. So now they're attacking you. And then a very high level skill, kind of weird for this, but this is what's starting to come through in characters, is this Deflective Web Shield. And this is pretty awesome. It gives you a passive effect of a large chunk of defense. And then it has an activated effect that lasts 10 seconds with a 15-second cooldown to give you an even larger chunk of dodge rating. An additional percentage of dodge on top of the percentage that you get. This is going to be pretty huge. Spider-Man just hit like massive amounts of defense and dodge rating. You know, it probably is better than Ms. Marvel's, or right there to it. It gives you a projectile deflecting chance, of course, and regenerate a large chunk of health per second for the 10 seconds that it's up. This is a pretty cool ability. It will be a must-have. You gotta get the 42 to get it. That sucks. Over here in the web slingers, web spray is still there. It still does the same thing. It just doesn't give you a free automatic point in it. Web shot still around. Gives you reduced movement and attack speed. That's nice. Stick around is still there. Does a little bit different. Does some damage and immobilizes for a short duration. Not the biggest fan of that either. Web Barrage, a little new. Machine gun effect for low spirit cost, low damage. And, you know, it's alright. That could be your speed if you like it. You're going to like it. Evasive Web Sling, that's still in it. Does damage, moves you away. I don't like this one. Impact Webbing. This is new. It's a basic fighting ranged power with web. So it webs everything. It does damage and immobilizes. Well, has a chance to mobilize. 50% chance. And It hits groups of enemies, but you know, it's a basic attack, so that's interesting. That could be your AoE killer. Trash. Corrosive web fluid still around, does the same thing, except now powers deal 8% more damage to far away targets. So it actually beefs up some ranged attacks. Very interesting. Web them all, still around, still does everything it used to. I still love that skill. Going over to Crime Fighter, basic spider attack. This time you get a crit chance instead of crit damage, and it does pretty decent damage. Good one to start with. Web yank, that's new. That's basically like the grappling hook ability, and at the end of that you punch them. You get this at a low level, and it's a lot of damage at a low level, so things will die. Amazing uppercut, still around, does the same thing, punches them, stuns them. Web swing assault, this is your basic movement, attack speed, or attack skill. And it breaks crowd control effects as well. Kind of interesting. A new passive called Spider to the Fly. Your efficiency at dispatching enemy caught in your web is amazing. Melee powers deal 50% more damage to enemies that are considered web. Also, it gives you critical and brutal strike rating. That is pretty sweet indeed. You get Amazing Smash, which is the old ultimate power. It's now a signature power. You get to do it once per minute. You swing a ball and deal a massive amount of damage, 7,500 to 10,000, 11,000 damage. Immobilize all the enemies for 3 seconds. Gives you a 100% dodge chance for 5 seconds on a 1 minute cooldown. That's a pretty kick-ass skill. Spidey Pummel, still around. I think this used to be Sticky Punch. Does 878 to 1200 damage. Deals 50% extra damage to bosses, elites, and champions. Very nice. Very high attack speed, 2.6. A little slower than this, but a lot more damage. And then finally, at 47, you get another skill called Wrecking Ball, which might take over Web Them All as ability to AoE kill. It doesn't do that much more damage per second, but you know, you create a giant wrecking ball of web and spin through enemies, so it sounds kind of like a channeled charge where you're spinning around through things, and that costs a lot more spirit though. So that'll be interesting to see what that's like. And then of course you get your ultimate, which is Maximum Spider. Lasts 10 or 15 seconds with a cooldown of 10 seconds. That's pretty awesome. When you hit it, you're going to do some damage, 1,377 damage twice per second. Your damage rating goes up by 1267, critical hit chance goes 1638, brutal strike rating goes 1638, and you regenerate 825 health a second for 10 seconds, or 15 seconds with a 10-minute cooldown. Pretty awesome oh no button. And so that's the Spider-Man skill changes. I'm going to go with the Spider-Man skill build that I'm going to go with. And it really has to depend on what I can build. And I can't use one of the abilities that I would use because I'm not the right level. So we will start with, we must have Spider Sense. This is awesome. Big chunk of dodge, a huge amount of dodge. So we're going to take that. And as soon as we get Deflective Web Shield, you're going to want to go into that. But we are going to go into Corrosive Web Spray Fluid, because that's a lot of extra damage for 5 seconds there. And, you know, it's going to help our primary killer, which is Web Them All. Oh, that's a higher rank too. I just got something that grants it. That comes together at rank level 37, but I have +3, so I would put points into Web Them All. Next AoE, I guess, would be Impact Webbing. You could use that for a while. You could use Leaping Assault. That could work for you for a while. That's a lot of spirit, though. We're also going to up Spider to the Fly. And we're doing this because we can't do the Deflective Web Spray or Web Shield. As soon as we can do this, we'll get rid of Spider to the Fly, and that will become a 1-pointer. And then we're going to do Amazing Smash as well. Oops, Amazing Smash. Where'd you go? There it is. And Spidey Pummel. And so these are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we missing? Oh, that's right, we can't do that. So we can go to Superior Agility, and instead of doing 1 point, we can max that out. But that is not going to be the primary. We really want Spider Sense, Deflective Web Shield, Corrosive Web Fluid, Web Them All or Web Wrecking Ball, Amazing Smash, and Spidey Pummel, and Spider to the Fly would go down to a 1-point skill, so we can get that Deflective Web Shield in. And then Superior Agility become a 1-point again, so Web Them All would be able to work them in. And we're going to want a point in Leaping Assault for movement, and we want a point in Infuriating Humor just for that passive effect. And so that's it. That's the build. I don't see anything else worthwhile. No passives. We got everything. So I'm just going to confirm this. And then I'll set it up with our punch. Obviously, we're going to do Spidey Pummel. With our right, we want to do Leaping Assault. We want Web Them All as our primary killer. That's also going to get everything webbed for us. Web Spray would be nice because it does have a long duration, but that's right. Oh, this is a passive. You don't even have to turn it on anymore. Nice. And let's see. We're going to need Amazing Smash. It's a signature move. Web Zipline we don't want. Oh, oops. And it's passive, passive. It's nice to have all the skills working on a passive. Mostly a passive. That's a passive. So that's going to be a very low interaction. Very nice. I like that. We can actually go there. And so that's going to be my build of choice. And still call it the Web Them All build. Let's go see what it's like in a terminal run. You're going to want the same kind of gear. Plus hit point regen. Everything else is kind of passively in there. Maybe a little critical hit rating, plus hit points, plus spirit per kill. Let's see, 34. I also get to see if they changed the terminals. They said they tweaked them. I don't know what that means. So 34. It's going to be Hydra Island. Oops, sorry about that. That just ended video editing. Do I want to aim? That's like really low green though. Let's do Castle Doom. It'll be orange. Let's see what happens. Give the build a test. Seems like it's going to be wicked easy. Very passive. Oh, we could probably have 1 point in our web wing swing. Get moving around. Seriously, none of this is breaking up. And basically, I'm using web them all for a split second, just so corrosive spray gets on them. And even though these are orange, they're just going to die. And I just punch anything that's blue. And that's the general idea. Oops, wrong button. You want to remember, you want to hit them with the web every now and then, just so you get that extra damage. Pretty easy, but it did go down in health. Oh, it's only health and defeating an enemy. I got the fearsome fist. Let's see what our dodge is sitting at. Yeah, almost 50% dodge. That's pretty easy to maintain. Pretty good defense. Well, actually, our defense is real low, 36%. Why is that? Maybe we got some older gear going on. Yep, got some older gear. That should be for this. Low health regen. Oh, we're using a Doctor Doom medal, huh? Nope, that's wrong. Let's get rid of that. Oh, we have none of those set either, or do we? Nope. So.
Yes, I have been spending a lot of time in the lab. Why do you ask?
Both are areas, so you know, Dr. Octopus. I don't think that matters as much. Grim Reaper. I would think Sabretooth would be best, but maybe the Grim Reapers. I think we're going to go with Grim Reaper.
My latest inventions.
Yep, we got to go with that. Sorry for the delay. That was a little close. did there, but that hurt. Oh, and the metal's still too high to use. He really needs health. With that base health. But he's all dodge here. Got an insignia here. Oh, nice. Shield. And Dr. Doom, this will get pretty interesting fast, I think. Could be wrong. I just totally lacked the right amount of health regen. Oh, that's interesting. I never saw this before. Oops, got myself killed doing it. Oh, nice. They don't send you back to the beginning a million miles away anymore? That's about time. Well, that was a long phase 3. I'll use his ultimate in phase 2 here. Just wait for him to do something. There it goes. And that was a pretty easy gun kill. Oh, another insignia, nice. Alright, well, that's Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man. It works very well, I like him. I don't know if he's better or worse than the old one. I thought he was really good too. Well, just a little different. Some extra stuff to play with. So I guess that's good. So I hope it helped. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.